just making the posts, as you might imagine. There we go. Just made the post. Hello everyone, how you doing? Today we are going to play some Wood Elves. As we continue to stumble through this horrific campaign that we find ourselves on. So, the good news is this Wood Elf team, I'll show it in a second, but actually I'll show it now, doesn't have a tree. The bad news is that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dodge players, and I have 2 tackle, so I am sure this is going to be a silly game. Certainly it's going to be something. I think I have a better chance than I did last week, so that is also something. But we shall see how it goes as we're loading in here. This will be Luke 4444's team, and looks like I'm at home, which is very nice. I'm okay with this. I always wonder if like I typed that too early and people don't see it because they're still loading into the match. But let's jump right in here. So he wins the toss, which probably means he'll elect to defend. Considering he's elves, elves like to defend first. There's some lag going on his side or my side, not really sure which. One of us is having some trouble. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. If I can break enough elves. I mean, the big thing is, unlike my game against Archangel last week, which was a great game, and yeah, he is going to defend first, as I expected. So if you haven't watched that game, it's a lovely game, and I recommend checking it out. Archangel was on the stream. He's a fantastic dude, wonderful to play against, kicked my ass, but I had a grand old time in the process, so... but yeah, as it turned out, I did not have Mork Twain for that game. He had been ever so helpfully MNG'd in the previous game by Cunning Fox Pup, which was a bit of a downer. So I did not have the killing ability to really hurt as many elves as I wanted. But I did get some good SPP and good level out of it, getting Mighty Blow on this Blitzer here, meaning that I now have 3 Mighty Blow across the team, so maybe I can actually hit something and permanently hurt it. And yeah, I mean, I don't think my game plan was particularly bad. I think I just kinda got elfed to a certain extent, and didn't really have the tools on my team to deal with a good old-fashioned elfing. So today we're gonna try for something a little different, and by something a little different I mean we are going to try to hurt enough elves to the point where we can actually remove them. So with that as our stated goal here, let's focus on getting some SPP on some dudes and actually winning a game. To that end, I think how I want to set this up, it's a bit wide, but the idea is he's going to have a tough time running around the side, and if he does, there's going to be someone tackle who can reach in case there is a blitz. This allows me to get as much Mighty Blow hits and tackle hits on players as possible. And I can potentially throw a forward threat, but really I'm just going to try to get the ball up to the middle of the field, cage up nicely, and go from there. So let's just do it. We're taking the Mighty Blow hit on the unarmored, on the unskilled dude in the center. He's the sacrificial lamb there, clearly. Luke having the trouble that Archangel had last game, where it's like, who the hell do I put on the line? They're all good. Obviously, the kick guy you can't. So, and it's a short kick. So hopefully, not a blitz. Nope. Free reroll for me, which is nice. I feel like I haven't gotten one of those in a while. So let's cover this off before I throw even my first block. And then let's throw my first block. That'll do. Mighty Blow does a thing, but it's just a stun. I could hit this guy. Thin like rake. I think he's the most valuable piece on the pitch that I can hit right now, so of course, the danger is when I do hit him, I don't think I can follow through and pile on, because otherwise I will be leaving him wide open to a whole host of nasty business. But, at the same time, I can make this a 3-die. And boy, am I glad I did. What a waste. Ooh, okay, that's KO. I'm not going to use piling on that for a number of reasons. Mighty Blow was used. And finally, no, just push. That won't be enough. But I'll leave him tied up on tackle so that hopefully something good comes of that. And then last but not least, there's a POW. And stay. Nope, he's fine. So now of course comes the question, how far can the dancers reach? And the answer is quite far. So we are obviously going to foul the shit out of this guy. Ooh, that's worth it. Is that going to be the Apo turn 1? I don't... Yeah, that was totally worth it. Hello. Alright, so I don't get to move this Black Orc back to cover off, which isn't great, but I did want the extra assist just in case. Not that I needed it. So that's a death. Turn 1. My dirty player traded himself out for a Blodge Elf. I think that's very, very worth it. So I'm not complaining here. I was really hoping that I could keep fouling, but with him off the field, I have to wait until next drive when the rookie comes on to have someone who can foul again. And I think after this game, assuming I have enough winnings to make it worth it, I'm going to buy a second line orc. So I assume he's performing the calculus of, can I hit the ball right now? And the answer is probably he's Wood Elves, but the question is, does he want to? Considering, I'm assuming if he brings a War Dancer over, it's going to be in range of Big Boy here. And I have an extra reroll to burn, so I'd be happy to greed on one of these boys. So that's the first time they've killed something in a while. Last time I think they murdered something was against one of the Nurgle teams. That was a ways back. Dude, it's turn 1. Give me a moment. Alright? Oh, going for the blodge. Firm. As is tradition, who needs... As is tradition, who needs tackle? This guy just lets you pow him. But I'm honestly completely okay with that. This is looking like a very nice cage spot right up in here, so... Yep. Hey! Ho! Let's go! So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get to here. Fairly certain this is going to be the blitz target so that I can cage up around here nicely. That's nice. Tackle going to do a thing there. Is he going to burn a reroll on it? He's thinking about it. He does. Alright. I am 100% okay with that. So here are my options. I can stand you up, block off the kicker with a blitz, probably with the Palmer. Killing the kicker would be quite nice. And this is a safe cage spot, and then I have more options to position guard as the cage corners. And I kind of like that idea, so... Let's do this. I don't want to greed this, but I don't need to. Why don't you go ahead and follow? And why don't you pile on? It's armor 7. Haven't used Mighty Blow yet. Nope. Utter garbage. And why don't you just go stand next to this guy? And then obviously you are going to move. You are going to go here. Caging 101. It's a GFI, but I can make it not a GFI. By just kind of, you know, moving players up here. Get you back there. Why don't you go make some friends? And why don't you... Why don't you stay right there so that he has to dodge if he wants to move anywhere? And I'm pretty okay with this. He can attack me from here. I've got sure hands, so it's not like a strip ball. It's not like a strip ball dream here. he can't just freely uphill. And he has no guard, so unlike other filthy Wood Elf teams that I've faced, looking at you, Zim, and Archangel, he doesn't have the ability to really easily crack this. It's not to say he can't. He very well can. Leaf Blower's a War Dancer. He's got Tackle, Strip Ball, Mighty Blow. He can leap in and red dye it and hope that it works out. The one downside of basing like this is I do give up a couple blocks. I'm honestly just kind of relying on AV9 to do its thing. Oh, this guy's a thrower. Shit, I thought they were both catchers. So I guess technically he can one die there if he wants, but I don't know if he wants to. So being up at the line of scrimmage turn 2 is like my kind of dream scenario, I think. Yep, we're gonna go straight for this guy again. Roll another POW, because of course we are. Ooh, Mighty Blow does a thing. That's not ideal. That makes it harder to hit this guy. Also, he's probably gonna move now. That's obnoxious. At least he blitzed there, so he's not attacking the cage this turn. Meaning, Authorc gets to play with a friend. I assumed when he stood him up there was a chance that he was going to be the blitz target, which I don't know why, but I guess it could have been a thing. Ooh, goes for the one die. That's fine. That means one less elf in the mix. And honestly, he can just run back up here and be involved up here. Alright. So, you are going to go up there. Now let's think about how I want to stand these guys up first. So, not a great amount of room to move forward. I don't necessarily have to, obviously, but it would be nice to. At least move forward a little bit. So, and I want to hit this putt-putt here. So, if I go here, that's an assist that offsets the other assist, and I can block off that cage corner. So I'm going to do this first. Reset the cage before anything else. Now this. That'll do. Come on. Worse than Knife Juggler. I guess at least I burn at least I burn some snakes. But there we go. That works. but he is fine. I'm a little disappointed in the lack of murder that's happening here. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna walk up a little more aggressively here. The next turn he's back up, so that's nice. Man, I wish you had jump ups so badly. So after that turn 1, I've done nothing to them, which is, like, annoying. Granted, he's been good at only giving me 1 or 2 hits a turn, so, you know, maybe not that surprising, but a little surprising. So the one thing I just realized, I did screw up the guard positioning here. So technically, he does have the ability to get a 1 die on my ball here. Doesn't really change much. Who do you target? You know, if you could stop rolling POWs, that would be great. It would be just peachy. This is annoying because normally I feel like there should be more removals by now. Granted, I've gotten a little unlucky with the armor rolls, but at the same time, it's like it's not like it's a huge amount of unlucky, it's just a little unlucky. I've been palming every turn. Palmer just has not gone off here. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for the 1 die. Shouldn't have left this open. It was a mistake to try and push a little more forward. Now I guess I can hope he fails the weep. And he does. That's nice. There'll be a reroll here, though. And get fucked. Get wrecked. What can I hurt this turn? Oh, I'm going to be asking and answering that question. What can I hurt this turn? Hopefully a lot. We'll start with you, Mr. Kicker. Nope. See, I asked the question. The answer's probably going to be fucking nothing. Would be nice if he had block, but let's be smart about this. Let's reset the clock here. It's a 1 die. It's really not worth it. gonna do it, and then I'm gonna follow up with a perhaps risky foul, but, well, we'll see how this goes first. That'll do. God damn it! Come on, man! I mean, God only knows if I don't knock him on his ass. I'm a little worried about this. That'll do. Man. Just work, please. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's been 10 games, and all he's had to do is earn 2 SPP to level. And he missed the first Wood Elf game, which was a bummer, but by this point, I think it's 3 pilings on. 4 hits, 1 armor break. Well, technically, if you consider it piling on as 2, it's been 8 hits and only 1 armor break against 87 with Mighty Blow. So 7 hits, because the first hit I didn't pile on, but still. That's a pretty atrocious rate. But I have now enveloped the elves pretty nicely with these guys. I don't know what his plan is, but I've got this side of the field open, or he can spread his defense and I can try to punch a hole elsewhere. I'm not concerned. I've got plenty of time to get dudes downfield. No, seriously, he's like... He's Knife Juggler Jr. He's just terrible. He's the worst. Like, the weird thing is he didn't used to be. During minors, he was terrifying. Oh, are we gonna get a foul? Are we gonna get a Wood Elf Spite foul? That would be hilarious if it killed him. I honestly would not even be upset. I would tip my hat. Like... So I'm not gonna... That was kind of a desperation foul. Despacito foul. To keep him on the ground, because I was a little worried about him. Oh, stupid Wood Elves. Stupid Wood Elves. Oh, he's just going for a hit on the Black Orc. Gets another POW. Probably gonna break armor. Oh, he's fine. Oh, we are getting a foul. He was just clearing off the Black Orc. So Kicker's gonna move over here, and then Raj for the foul, or Kicker for the foul, because the Kicker's, I guess, already done his job in a sense. Yep, Kicker for the foul. Which, yep. Ha. Enjoy my armor rolls. Looks like my armor rolls rubbed off on him a little bit. So doing that foul means he has given up all the space in the world for me to kind of cage up down the field, like right here. And all of a sudden, I'm happy with this. I'll have plenty of room to form up, do my thing. Yeah, this will be good. I'm happy here. So what we'll do is you're going to be the cage corner, and I want you here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. happily crank our way up the field. Make sure that the dancer's at least marked. Who's a good target? So I got kick, a rookie catcher, a Raj lineman, and that's it. The dancer's only one die, so I think this one of these two is the most likely target to actually knock over and hurt. So let's go with this one, because the catchers are potentially scarier because they can score. That's fine. Holy shit, I actually broke armor. And it's a KO. I mean, I'll take it, but, like, not what I was hoping for. Well, so it's interesting. The first 4 turns, I've literally not gotten nearly as many removals as I got against you, but I've been able to take better field position. It's like... But, as you've seen, this guy has done somewhere between jack and shit the entire game. He literally is allergic to hurting things. It's pathologic at this point, I swear. But, on the same time, I've got half his team wrapped up here. He's only got 8 elves on the field, so it's not like he's doing amazingly. I did get a send-off, but the send-off was traded for that, so I'm not too upset. I mean, I'm not upset at all. That is the Fowler's job. Pick something more valuable than you and kill it. But yeah, he's been playing a pretty good defense. He got kind of unlucky. I did leave him an opening to get a 1 die on the ball, but his dancer 1 and 9 to the leap. So I did get a little bailed out there. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how this has gone so far. If I had killed more things, I would be considering trying to get like a Black Orc touchdown or something, because I've got 2 that are 1 TD away from leveling, but yeah, as it is, if I have to run it in with the thrower because it's not safe to do anything else, I have to run it in with the thrower because it's not safe to do anything else, you know? I'm not gonna lose sleep over getting a touchdown on the wrong piece. I do have to move up a little bit more before I feel fully confident. And he looks like he is now aiming for ye old elf screen. Oh, and he snakes a dodge. That's nice for me. Not so much for him. So now, interesting question that I have. I can punch stuff. I want to punch stuff. I'm going to punch stuff. There's another break. Let's use my blitz here. Let's greed that. That's fine. I really can't be too upset about that. Triple push. Man, if I'd done that backwards... Oh, and that was your mistake there. You should have kept this guy tied up. Because now I can clear the cage off again, but be in a better position with my pieces to reform it further forward next turn. So, this is fine. God damn it. Are you guard? Okay, so I can follow without ruining the cage too much. And at least force another dodge. Oh my god. Guys! I literally had a free turn to wail on elves, and this is all I get out of it. At least I can wrestle him down. Keeping dancers on the ground is, one might say, vital to the game plan. So here is where I'm looking to reform the cage. Right, because then right here he's in range, or hand off to a cage corner. Pray nothing goes wrong, and I honestly might do the handoff next turn. Like, who would benefit the most from the touchdown? Honestly, I could just give it to this fucker. at this point. Oh, he's gonna get... He knows that, and he's gonna get in the way here. Oh, but see, here's the thing. That's guard, that's guard, that's guard. There's nowhere here that you can get safe 2-die. Destroy Iron Dice Hacker. I mean, he'll try. I'll also try to destroy Iron Dice Hacker. Oh, there's the... Is he going to do it? Or is he just putting him there? I think he just put him there. Ah, clever. But... I don't... Because I can just do that. Snake Eyes for this fucker on the handoff. I mean, could. God only knows he's done it more than enough times. So, here's what I'm thinking. On the next turn, this cage is obviously collapsed, and that's okay. I'm thinking, so this Black Orc comes in, and this Black Orc comes in and does the blitz. That way he cannot sidestep to stay on the ball. He's got to go out one of the two ways. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. Don't blame him for trying. Let's see if this ruins all my carefully laid plans. Nope, he's gonna fail the weep again. So now I don't even need to move that Black Orc over, which is nice. Well, let's see if he lets it go. Okay. I think that was smart, actually. Alright, so let's think about this. I want to get over here with my dudes. So you'll have to go up and be the front of us here, which you can be. That's fine. Oh, I shouldn't have put you there. Actually, I should put you there, and oh shit. I mean, I can cover this off to a certain extent. He'll dodge that, but he can't step onto the wall. Don't think it matters, actually. Alright. So we're going to put you in here. Now, here comes the dice rolling part. The scariest part, to be sure. Def in 2 season and half my game was admin. How can have construct properly? I mean, I'm gonna straight up say it. That's amazing that your team is in this great shape after that few games and that much death. Like, yeah, get in there. All right. If you're not gonna hurt anything to level, I'm gonna goddamn feed you a touchdown and make it happen. Did leave this till the last turn, which on one hand is great for Wood Elves, on the other hand there's a little bit too much daylight between Ball Carrier and the goal for my liking. He can probably screen this off somewhat competently. Part of the reason why I snuck a boy there. What am I going to give the horrible killer? Jump up on a doubles, pro on not a doubles, probably. I mean, the problem, well, the good and bad thing about Orc Blitzers is once you give them their, like, core kill skills, you know, Mighty Blow powering on tackle, it's, if you don't get any doubles or stat ups, it becomes a little more questionable about what you do give them. Like, pretty much any stat up is good on them. Obviously, agility up is great. Strength up is a no-brainer. Movement up is a no-brainer. Doubles-wise, they benefit from jump up if they're a killer, dodge if they're not. I could give him stand firm eventually, too. But, yeah, I mean, Juggernaut's always an option for sideline and potentially blitzing off horrible cage corners. But, yeah, I mean, so Frenzy and Jugs is good on like an off killer piece, but on the main killer I don't think you want to give it Frenzy. You want to give him just enough space, so to speak. To be able to do his thing. Here comes the leap in. God, his leaps! This will be a reroll though. Oh no, he's gonna save it for the one turn actually. No, he's gonna burn it. There's a leap in. Okay, so now my hubris may come back to bite me. Nope. Oh my god. I feel so bad. Oh, if it wasn't turn 8, I would be so tempted to do dirty things, but since it is turn 8, we're just gonna blitz ourselves through and score. Don't even give yourself the option to pile on. Okay, didn't break armor anyway. There we go. The rarest of things happened. That was a half where I felt I played fairly well and did not make a mistake. Holy shit. He gets one back, so he'll probably get the other back after the... I know that's not how odds work, but he'll probably get the other back, so let's... just in case something terrible happens. I know this is like somewhat passive, but the stand firm on either end hopefully makes it so that he can, the stand firm and guard on either end hopefully makes it so that his one-turn attempt can go right the other way. So to speak. Yeah, I like Frenzy as a general concept, but sometimes with a main killer, I don't want him to always be following in case he's following into a group of in case he's forced to follow into like a group of things that can stomp on his face. Like, I feel like sometimes it can limit your ability to at least just slap with him and run away, if you need to. And with orcs, you know, most of my players are going to get stuck in, apart from the killer. He's the only one who's going to be kind of darting in and out. On humans, I think you can get away with it a little bit more because it's higher movement across your entire team. And you can have those pieces that act as like those kind of, you know, dart in, hit something, dart out. And then Frenzy, obviously, is for when you need to commit to making something die. But, alright, so I scored. I am planning to 2-1 grind this. Nice advantage being even if he manages to stall out a decent amount thanks to this guy, I don't necessarily have to like grind up the pitch the same way I did last time. I have a little bit more of an air game. Although, he had his moment last week, and hopefully that footprint that was left on his face by Archangel's War Dancer was a good lesson for him. Of course, this is not over. I have killed basically nothing relevant on his team. He's still got an agility 5-piece, he's still got both dancers, he's still got scary catchers. Oh, he's gonna go for it. I should have put a black orc in the middle here, that was dumb. I should put you in the middle, right there. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. He only needs 2 pushes, so... we shall see where this one goes. I'd be really happy if this guy stayed out. Because going in 11 on 9 would feel pretty great, but... well, that changes nothing. That's not a bad kick for him, so... let's see how it goes. Am I gonna get punished? I don't know. I mean... I suppose I could have been more active and set things up around here, but I also kind of worried then about his ability to punch a hole through. Or on a blitz or something, or just, you know, punch something on a blitz. Really, I think the biggest mistake I made was it should have been this block black orc back here. Although actually, now that I'm thinking about it, interesting edge case here. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because it's not like he has Juggernaut, so he can't turn a both down into a push. But this guy, both down, will just knock him over, so he won't be able to do the, what? Oh, he forgot about stand firm. He forgot about stand firm. I have done that. That is painful. I've never done that in like a one-turn situation, but I've forgotten stand firm exists as a skill. And like, It's so annoying when that happens. I feel him, right? I feel what he's feeling right now. We've all been there. Oh, he's going... Okay, at this point, he is just going to try and knock it over and foul it, I think. We're gonna get a massive gang foul on poor Morkel Crichton. Poor bastard. And there's the pal. Yep. Yes, I want to stand firm. Kicker's gonna foul again, though. But this way, it's way less assists, so... 3 less assists, to be precise. I would go for Vanity before you do anything else. Yeah, there we go. Start getting these boys leveled up. Who's he passing to? Oh, probably one of the catchers. Yeah. Will he do the run-up now? No run-up. No run-up is poor form. Yep, see? If you it was only a 3, you needed an 8, but you had like 5 more squares of movement. If you'd done the full run-up, you would have gotten it. 'Cause that's how Blood Bowl works. Alright. Good half. Stay out, stay out, stay out. Yay! Alright, so I'm up 2. Let's not do this as a defensive setup. Let's do something a little bit wide here. After all, it is Wood Elves. I want to have things back so that if he does run everything back, I can at least play on his terms and try to score fast. Try to make him score fast, I mean. So we'll do a nice little kind of upside down bowl shape here. Little dome of orc with a few people in the middle. And let's see what he decides to do with it. Judging by how he's heavily committing to one side, my guess is he knows how this goes, and he's gonna try to score fast. God, his leaps have just been atrocious, though. I wonder if it counts rerolls as, like, 2 leaps. Like... One more dude is going to have to, probably the kicker at this point, is going to have to take his turn. Yep. I could try to commit it to this side of the pitch and hope, but I don't think so. That's always a risky proposition. Otherwise, if it does bounce out, that ball goes wherever he wants it to. If I get a blitz, that dude is getting that smack right upside the head. Oh, that's nice for him. Nice kick, but oh, that might go out, which would not be great. 3 in 8 chance of going out. Let's see how he do. This does give him the option to just freely pull everyone back off the line, which is wonderful with when you're Wood Elves, as you might expect. As Tinkler C has come online. Everyone say hi to Tinkler C as he starts playing Siege, which is probably what I'm going to do after this then. Maybe I'll keep streaming it. I don't know. It depends on if those folks want to be on stream or not. They may not. And yeah, this is... Good thing the killer's on this side and the fast players are on that side. Because the faster player is on that side. Because this is going to be just a straight up balling down the right side of the field here. Thank God that stayed in also. Alright, let's see what he does. Something's going to get blitzed. My money's on this. Or this. Now that he's gotten over that hump, he's going to either become a murder machine for the rest of this game or die before the final whistle. One of the two. One of the two is going to happen. Oh, looks like it's going to be this one. He wants to open up this channel. That would be a great time to fail some, to snake some dodges, just saying. Nah. He's had enough bad luck for this game. I should go forward assuming he's going to have no more. No mas bad luck. Yep, we're just caging up. This guy's the correct elf. Which of course means, though, that dancers are open here. And anytime dancers are open, I'm happy. Yep. Here comes the blitz. Going for the niggled guy. That won't be good enough. Is he going to burn or reroll this early? No. That would have been silly of him too, in my opinion. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can still make it. So he could have done that with only 2 rolls instead of 3, but just roll 2s when you're elves and you're fine. Nothing here is carrying a niggle or anything like that, right? So one Black Orc's going to go up the pitch to keep him honest here. Okay. I've got more than enough guard to still hit your boy. As I shall now demonstrate by... Well, hold on, let's think about this. Somewhat unfortunately, you're directly in the way here, so this... And you're slow, so this is the only guard that can reach. So let's get you over here to prepare for that hit. But before we do that hit... A few things. Some housekeeping. First up, move you back, and you back. The goal here being to keep him honest. You... This hit first, then that hit second, is what I'm thinking. You are going to go right up here. Keep him extra honest. You, meanwhile, are going to drop back here for the assist. You are going to be right there. Again, I'm just trying to layer tackle zones on this side of the pitch so that he has no choice but to go to that side. That would have knocked the word answer over. Oh well. There's a stun. I'll take it. Watch, this is not going to knock him over now, because I did that totally backwards. Yep, see? See? This is what I get. I could get aggressive here, and I think I'm going to. Nice. That's pylon. Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. There's the 12 I needed. More stuns. 3 hits, 3 stuns. About what you'd expect, right? And I'm not in a position to foul, but they're all stunned, so someone's getting stepped on next turn anyway. So it's fine. In theory, he runs up, wings it, and scores. Rather than take another turn of that. Yeah, I mean, in our game, I think also, like, towards the second half, I was just trying to get touchdowns for development. I wasn't playing as, like, cautiously as I could. So that's why I went down 3-0. Which, yeah, at this point, it's like, I'd rather attempt to get SPP and lose 3-0 than, play really safe and lose 2-0, you know? So, no, he's going to stall a little bit more, it looks like. That's fine. Is he going to wrestle him or push him? Probably just push him, yeah. He wants to reform the cage here. So that reroll was kind of wasted in a sense. I mean, I guess the word answer's down for a turn, but I would have very much liked for him to have been up for a turn, or I mean, down for a turn and off the pitch. So c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Yeah, Luke's team is a little bit, despite having a crap ton of really nice skills, I feel like yours was a little, like, more developed in a sense. Also, yours has palm ward answers, which, he does not have. I mean, not that the palm did anything, Yeah, the amount of tackle too. Just having the second tackle piece is enormous, especially when it's attached to Mighty Blow. And he has more pieces that I can hit than you did. Not a lot of dodge, but not quite as much blodge or raj across the team. And yeah, here comes the pass, and this may be... No, I'm in range, so this, if he passes this, this will be a score. Oh, that's bad for him. If he had thrown it to the catcher, he wouldn't have burned a reroll here. Nah, but he's fine. Honestly, if he stalls for one more turn, it's not the end of the world. I get another turn to hit stuff. This guy looks juicy. He might be able to... He might be able to stall. Yeah, it looks like he wants to. You got so many. Are the, you mean original from like when the team was first built, or? Yep, he runs it in. That's legit. That is totally fine and exactly what I wanted. I mean, that's the thing with Wood Elves. They're indestructible until they aren't. Any AV7 team. They feel indestructible right up until the point when they implode. Did he get his piece back? God, this babe has been garbage for him. The worst babe ever. This babe has been just utter nonsense. God. I want to believe in universe the babe is actually a plant from my team. It's just we sent over an orc. Where we're like, if you do this, you can be on the team. And send him over there to, instead of pouring beer on the players to wake them up, you just whacks them with the mug. Yeah, exactly. You must have an orc babe. So that's my in-universe explanation, is it's an orc babe. And yeah. Of course, this is not anywhere near over. One blitz can, as I'm sure everyone knows, one blitz can turn this game very fast. So I like my initial setup. I'm kind of going to keep it. You go in the center to punch, you know, step on whatever. Let's see where he kicks. That is in a blitzable position. So the one thing I wish is there was a... That's fine. Well, I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. I spread out wide enough to where he's still going to give up 3 hits no matter what he does. So he can put some pieces over here to put the screws on me a little bit, but I mean, I'm in range to pick it up. I can form a cage pretty easily from here, so... Yeah, he's gonna stack that side. Yeah, actually, Kick Guy can now go on the line. I don't know how he managed that, but you go, Kick Guy. You're a clever bastard. Or snakes. Yeah, we will, We'll see where this bounces. If it bounces right into Tony Marcuson's hands and he catches it, that's fine. He becomes the ball carrier. Alright, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Good luck in your game this week. I forget who you're playing, but I think, is it Iron Master? It might be Iron Master, so. Alright, so this is fine. I can get there, so. Shall we punch some stuff first, or pick up some stuff first? Let's punch some stuff first. That's fine. Alright, let's think about who I want on the cage here. You obviously and you obviously are the two, so those are going to have to be cage corners. You're going to have to drop back and be a cage corner as well. Let's pick up the ball now before we do any other dangerous activities. Boom. Bingo, bango, bongo. That will do nicely. Well done, pig. God, break armor though. And now, for something completely different. Let's hit something that we might potentially be able to kill. Shocking, I know. That's not going to do, but that's also not going to be... Yeah, why not? I'll just move you there. And let's punch this kicker in the face for having the audacity to not break his armor. There we go. Not even sent off, too. Get out of here. Alright. Oh, nice. Steak will stream it. Did we ever figure out, does Steak need a co-caster on that, or is Shadora gonna be around? I did say I'll hold off, so... I feel like I should hold off here and not be a dick. I'm going to do what I said until he tells me different. I'm assuming he just has to go grab a drink or something. So anyway. I hope everyone's, okay. Should I hold off or do you want to pause? Okay. I'm gonna feel really bad if he, I'm just gonna pause for a moment. just gonna be a dick, you won't. I'm so confused. I'm bad at English. You'd think, having been born and raised in the United States, I would have a better grasp on the English language, but apparently we don't teach ourselves to talk so good out here. It's tough when you're from California and the entire alphabet consists of the letter dude. Alright. We Gucci? I've got 6 turns to get up the field and score, and it's 11 on 8, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. And I mean, even if I tie, given how this... Yeah, see, there it is. Dude. Doof. See, but doof, it's not just short for the Pokemon. There's another word that it's short for. Alright. Please tie up a bunch of players on this guy. I'm okay with this. Yup. There's a long story behind it, but it became mostly a term of endearment. He wants a second shot on this boy. Ah, yeah, he's got to remove the, watch, gonna kill him. Just wait. Strength bust into dead. Calling it right now. See, I called it so it didn't happen. That was my plan all along. Wow, this... I love this. This is such a spite foul. This is such a spite foul. It's great. I'm a huge fan of this. This is straight up a fuck you foul. Oh, I'm so happy that he did that. That brought a little bit of joy to my eye, you know? Okay, so let's think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get up to here. But can I form a cage around that? Yes, I can. So hold on, let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you there. You here. You there. You there. And then, do I want to bring you over? Or do I want to bring you... Oh, I can't bring you over, you're based, so it's gotta be you. It's gotta be you. God, I'm the worst, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry you guys have to listen to this. There we go. Punch the elf. Punch the elf. Good order. Punch the elf. Cha cha cha. Stomp on the elf. Hurt the elf. Hurt the elf. Yes. Get out. All right. So I could go for a 1-die against one of these two, but honestly, he's just better being a wall right there. And if they decide to run away, he can just follow them. He's fast, so this is totally fine. He actually hurt something! It's been so long. He's been useless all season. Like, I actually wonder if Rebel.net will show his stat page for this season. Isn't that a thing? My teams. Where are my teams? Authorcs. Here we go. Oh, he's caused 2 Kaz this season so far. So, not quite 0, but yeah. 49 tackles. He's caused 23 injuries. Oh no, never mind. That's how many Kaz he's sustained. So, wow. Wow. That sucks. I'm not going to complain too hard, but man, I feel bad. Not that bad. Remember. Always be smart. Never stupid. You know, I'm just gonna keep you right there. I don't even care. Wow. That'll do, though. Yeah, so actually, I forget if I read these off. 49 tackles inflicted, 23 injuries. Of those 23, 16 stuns, 7 KOs, 0 casualties so far. So that's assuming piling on. He's sustained 22 blocks, sustained 7 injuries, 4 stuns, a KO, 2 Kaz. He's terrible. He actually statistically is terrible. Nah, just bushes. just sidestep for a second. Well, he's out, but he's on tackle, and I set this up well, so I'm not too upset. God, I could be, but I'm not going to. He's out of position. He's out of the drive for a little while, but so are they. And that's... He's got 5 elves. He's got 5 elves, basically, to stop me with this. So yeah. I don't know what your frenzy dude is doing, but he's doing better than that. Hold on. Why don't I just bring these up while we're waiting for a second? There you can see Mork Twain's stats. There you can see his stats. Just so you guys know I'm not bullshitting. Inflicted on top, sustained on bottom. He's had a garbage season. Let's take a look at numbers. The team. Ghoulbusters. Joey Bosa, so far. Holy shit. 119 tackles, 29 injuries, 13 stuns, 8 KOs, 8 KAs, 1 kill. I don't know if that means 9 KAs total or just 8 KAs, 1 of which was a kill. But, yeah. Sorry, I'll block the screen for a moment, but there it is. Eat your heart out. What the shit? He doesn't even have piling on. He just has Mighty Blow, Tackle, Frenzy, Juggernaut, which is a great piece. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a like dedicated killer. He's like a He's like a surfer killer. He's your only killer. I mean, yeah, but... No, I'm not saying he's not a killer. I'm just saying he's not like a dedicated, I've literally only built this piece to stomp on people's faces. Like, he's got more utility than that. Yes, he has. Speaking of people who just earned their paycheck for the game. Is he going to burn his last reroll? Yes, he will. Oh, and it's on a snake. And it's on a KO. Guys, I don't know how to feel. I'm on the giving end of a dicing, not the receiving end of a dicing. Like, am I supposed to feel this much, like, semi-sadistic glee? Is that what I'm supposed to feel? 'Cause I'm kind of okay with it. I mean, I feel bad at the same time, but, like, God knows I've had enough of these to deal with. I'm okay with being the one giving the dicing this time as opposed to taking it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to swing someone around to cover this off. Slash, I really shouldn't have moved that guy because I just realized that Dancer can stand up, and that's a problem. And he's moved. Not the cleanest of cages. Actually, really not a clean cage at all. Really want you to level. Really wish you would just finish that off already. So how do we feel about blitz or fouling? That'll do. Yeah, we're instantly piling that on. Yes! Finally! It does a thing. That's one Dancer down. We're going to take one GFI here. So fine. We're good. And now we're going to do something incredibly stupid. I just want to stun him. I don't care if I get a send-off here if it's a stun. Nope. Wow. Well, what can you do? The only good news is I think it's an uphill no matter what he does. And he's out of rerolls, so... There's the POW. I mean, he's going to go for it, but my entire team's here, so hopefully at least somebody can pick up the ball, even if the worst happens and he dies. Steak, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I've been bashing on some Wood Elves. I watched the tape. I actually decided to take my time and think about it, and... knock on wood, this is looking good. Specifically, knock on wood United, because I've been knocking on him all game. To be fair, he's had some bad dice. And I mean, like, real bad dice. Like, horrific dice. And my fouls have been on point. And my killer leveled. And he's hurt 2 things this game. He actually decided to show up to play. I'm sorry, I'm not... Luke, if you watch this, I'm not laughing at you. I swear. Like, this has been my entire season. Like, I feel your pain on a number of different levels. But I'm sorry, this does feel good. Like, this does feel, I'm happy that this is happening to someone else for once. Alright, so well, can I reach over there to do anything? Yes, I can. Wait, no. This. Be smart before anything else, even though both dancers are off the pitch. Let's secure the win and not throw the win. Put tackle on you. Pin you off, even though it doesn't really matter. Oh, I suppose... Whoops. Well... Screw it. There we go. Oh, right. And now I can't actually... Whatever. Do I go for the Blork handoff with the reroll? I could get a level out of it. He's gonna go for the yep. That's fine. Good fundamentals. Getting a lot of blocks. Getting an armor break, believe it or not. Alright, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my hits, obviously. If I still have the reroll at the end, I'm going to try to pass to this Black Orc here. Oh my god, he really wants this dude dead. He really wants him dead. I can appreciate the hustle. I can very much appreciate the hustle here. Let's punch him in the face. doesn't matter, he's only got one more turn, so even if this turns into a stun, let's just fish for the injury. Nah, just a stun. Hey, but I burned snakes, so totally calculated. That's how dice work. Nice. No, I already used my blitz, that's right. Alright. Anyone in range? There's a 1. Watch me lose the game now, because I... Yep, there's the snakes. So he'll just walk in and pick up the ball to score on the next turn. It was worth a shot, but... Now watch me snake, and, like, it'll be a tie due to my own greed. I wouldn't even be upset. I would 100% deserve it at that point. No, I mean, Pylon was taped down because it was turn 15, and, like, he's out of the game either way, so I figured I'd just piss for the Kaz. Jesus Christ. I'd fish for the Kaz. Well, I think I know my emo. Yeah, probably. Why bother with the GFIs here? It's literally, my turn is just going to be this guy walking over. Now watch, Dub Skull, Snake on the pickup, something awful's gonna happen. It's gonna be terrible. Oh! That's what you get for trying to force the tie. No, this will be the Apo, though. Oh, into MNG, though. Oh, that's what you get. Get out. I'm gonna snake the pickup. There it is. Authorcs win. It's been so long. I finally won a game in Majors. Because my only other win came from a bye week. Oh, feels so good. Feels so good. I think, did I ruin your, did I ruin your guys' predictions? Or did one of you predict me? Nice. And I got a 6. And I got a level! Oh my god! Everything came up Millhouse for me this game. Oh, I ruined yours? Okay. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry. Okay, so let's take a look at the dice rolls. Surprisingly low number of 6s, but that's also most of my rolls were armor dice. My GFIs were perfect, my injuries were perfect, pickups, catches were shit, but that was because of the Black Orc. My block dice were pretty average, maybe a little towards this, but honestly that was okay for me because he didn't have a ton of block and I had a lot of block. Meanwhile, if we look at him, his dodges were just about average. His catches were not great, but it's a small sample size. His injuries were actually pretty good considering how many he took. His Kaz rate was bad. His wake up after KO was 28%, and he had a babe. And then his leaps were 28%. Oh my god. That's terrible. And then his block dice were average. Cool. 2 levels out of that game. Hell yeah. That felt good. That felt real good. Alright, well I kind of want him to confirm this match already. So he can, so that, there it is. Alright, so, a few things. I need a new author, because I'm going to buy another line arc. Let's see. Maybe... famous Renaissance authors. Let's... How about, Niccolò Machiavelli. There we go. That's a good one. So, we'll do Niccolò Machiavelli. Perfect. He needs... Yeah, that guy looks sufficiently schemy. Confirm those purchases, and we're back up to 13. There we go. Now we can level our bros. Let's level our boys. First up, Mark Twain. So that's probably pro at this point. Make him slightly more reliable. Slightly. And then next up, our good boy Socrates. Taking Mighty Blow to speed his development was a good idea because now he gets guard, and he's Mighty Blow guard, and he's just generally useful. So back up to 5 guard. Still kind of stagnating on Black Orc development, which isn't great. No SPP for any of these guys, which doesn't feel good, but I can't really complain after that game. That game went about as good as I could have hoped for. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Oof. Fortunately, it's only MNGs for him, so I didn't cause any permanent damage. Oh, I guess I did kill the one thing, so I lied. There's minor permanent damage. But he has more than enough to buy a tree, so yeah, let's take a look at how's that affect my leaderboard. 2, 3, and 5. Well, it could be worse. And next week I think I play Nylock. I play Nylock. That's gonna be a fun-ass game. We have played each other twice. He won one, I won the other. We're pretty much even in terms of our team value, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with this. This should be a really fun match. Has he played yet this week? No, he has not. So I guess Tommy Too Tall could kill him for me. That would be great. His team is still pretty good. He's still rocking some banged up Sorai, so maybe I can do something with that. But he's also rocking a lot of Mighty Blow, which is kind of scary. And he's got 3 Strength 5 players and 1 Agility 5 player. So, holy shit. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Lizards aren't my favorite team to play against, but maybe I can pull something out again. We'll see. Alright, that's going to do it from me. Thank you guys, everybody who watched. It does mean a lot. Probably not the last stream of the weekend. I'm going to try to be actually better about streaming regularly on the weekends. So, we will see how it goes. Catch you all later. Peace.